Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, a series where I play the regions, counties, provinces, territories, um, provinces, whatever they call the first level of subdivision of the nations of planet Earth, and I play it on GeoGuessr. The objective is A, to explore and see places I've never been to, or possibly some that I even have been to, and B, try to have some fun in the process, and C, try to score 25,000 points on GeoGuessr in the region that I'm playing at any time. If I succeed in playing it to 25,000 points, the region is taken off my list of places to play and will not feature again in the series. If I fail to do so, then the series will stay on the list, and not the series, but the region will stay on the list, and it might feature again at some later date. Today, well, we can say that we've gone from the Thai ashes of the previous episode to the Indonesian frying pan. We are going for the big one in Indonesia. We are going to Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia. And unlike the vast majority of the regions I'm playing, I've been here. I spent 2 weeks here, and also, let's just say it would be more correct to say that I spent 2 weeks in Indonesia with my Jakarta as my base. So I spent quite a bit of those 2 weeks in Jakarta, but not all of it. But that's about 15, 16, 17 years ago. So it's been a while, and it's a funny old place. It's vastly congested. At least it was when I was there. And my oldest cousin worked for an oil company in Indonesia, and I visited him. And I lived in a hotel about up here somewhere. This is all city, so I lived in a hotel about up here somewhere. And he lived in a gated community down south. And so I planned to, so he and we planned for me to meet him at his home. And so I said, well, I guess if I head out at 10, and he says, no, I'm going to send my driver, because as a foreign resident in Indonesia, he had to hire local staff for the household, otherwise he wouldn't have a work permit. So he had both a housekeeper and a driver. And he said, I will send a driver, and he told me to get up at 8 and meet the driver outside at 9. And okay. And it took 3 hours to drive. And it's not like Jakarta is vast, it's 664 square kilometers, but the congestion, the traffic was in absolute gridlock the entire way. And it was the same way back again as well. It's absolutely amazing. So anyway, 10.5 million people live here as of 2020, and I might have added another 500,000 for all I know. And if you subtract 1 million, you find the number of people that it lives within the city itself. So 9.5, now probably 10 million in the city itself. This is going to be a nasty one. As you might understand, I'm all sort of hanging fire a little bit here. But yeah, let's do this. Let's see, click on the thingy. And I know this is going to be hard, because Jakarta is such an absolute warren of streets, and it's just a huge maze. That said, I do recall some of the layout of the city, but of course I don't remember names or things, but I do have a decent feel for how the city is laid out. So if I can see some landmarks, then we might be good. Well, we don't. Funny thing is that this looks a lot like, probably isn't, but it looks a lot like the area around the hotel where I was living. I was living in a hotel that looked a bit like this. Spanking new hotel, so I got a cracker deal on it. I could live in it for 2 weeks without, well, hardly spending any money. And it was an absolute brilliant hotel, and the room was vast. I remember the bathroom was so large you could have fit a hockey team inside there and still have space to play offsides. It's like, yeah. And I hardly spent any time in that room because I was gone all over the place. And now I kind of lost a little thing here. So there's the hotel. Well, let's not call it a hotel because it's not the hotel I lived in. Now, the direction to go in Jakarta should be towards the north, because that's where the ocean is. And if you're in the south, that should take you on towards the main city square. And here's one of the things about Jakarta. It's got waterways. And, oh, is this, this is probably a road. At least when I was there, there was also the remnants of a monorail thingy, or a above ground, well, I guess you would call it an elevated train. What's this then? So there was like this project for an elevated train line that spanned much of the city that had been long since abandoned. And there were like raised train ramps like these, but this is definitely a road. Now let's see, can we spot anything here that looks familiar? I'm going in the wrong direction still. Oh yeah. The Bluebird taxis, I don't remember those. I see they've changed. Oh, very recent footage. Actually from this year. Yeah, I remember the Toyotas they were driving. Back then they were all absolutely identical. Okay, here we can do something. So this is the Puri? The Puri Mansion Estate. That will probably. And the Harris suits. Let's just see, just on the off chance that it might be visible. No. Would have to go further in for that. So we got a Harris Hotel and Puri Mansion. I should be able to remember that, I think. Now let's see. Yeah, we're running parallel to the highway. Keluar 07, what does that mean? Is that like the intersection of the zone? Kembangan Meruya Duri Kesambi. Now let's see. Are any of those? And those are off to the east. Let's see, Rumbut. Kesambi, can we see anything looking like that? No, we're gonna keep on going. There are quite a lot of high rises in Jakarta, but there's like one notable district down, sort of south of the Monas, down here on the Sudirman. That is a very, very, very recognizable thing. But we are on the lingkar luar barat. But this is not a main street of any sort, but it's running parallel to another one. It's gone straight north. Could we be... Well, there are many places we could be. Almost on the doorstep of the mansion. Let's see now. So what do we have here? We have Varteg Asri. Here we go. Okay, and this is Sevaya Vaya. It's placed on the wrong side of the street though, but let's see. So if that is a Sevaya Vaya, yeah, we got to be here. So thereabouts, there's a ton of misalignment of the layers here. So that could cost me actually. But this looks good. I think Jarum Super. Yeah, let's see. Can we find the Alpiero coffee? Or any of the other places here? Yaza. Okay, so what's right ahead here? We got Silver Shop, possibly. But there's also something that looks like a mosque. Yes. Okay, when in doubt, trust the roads. Good. That took a good while. Okay. Number 5 in Sipinanglantar. Is that what it says? I'm going to write down the name. Sipinanglantar eller Arlentar. Let's see. Sipinang. I think it says Lentar. And there's a 2, and this is number 5. Not that I think that road numbers will be on the map, but well, you never know. The road numbers on the map. Not that you would see yet. Okay. Yeah. So with Indonesia, like... So in Thailand, the problem is way too much information that I cannot read. In Indonesia, there's way too much information I can read. And can read and do understand are two very important things, and you swiftly become aware of that when you come to Indonesia. And ooh, these are some narrow streets. Let's see, I'm going eastwards, but I don't want to go south. At least not for very long. What do we have here? DKI RI. Selamat datang. DKI numeral 17. I'm just writing stuff down here. And selamat datang. What does it say on the corner? No, those are just ventilation holes. Wow. Would you look at this place? Okay, what does it say here then? Unfortunately, nothing I could use. Same thing here. And yeah, this is one thing they're really good at or which basically is a, hang on, Cipinang, Kelurahan Cipinang. I think I saw that. Yeah, Cipinang, that was the name of the road over there. Or possibly the district. So yeah, making banners and cheaply is a big industry in Indonesia and Thailand and the Philippines. Which I came to learn when a friend of mine married a lady from the Philippines, and pretty much everything in terms of decorations and stuff, including banners and loads of other things, was imported from the Philippines. And well, some of it while some of it challenged the how to say, the color palettes that we are used to in Norwegian weddings, it was still quite stylish. Let's see. So we are in the street is called Cipinang Jagal. I'm gonna try one more time. Let's see. Gonna have a look on the buildings from the opposite side. So we have that building, and this building. Oh, hello. Do we have different... I do believe we have different time frames here, so this should be that one. And then this thing should be that one. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, because this carport, of course. Oh man. Ah, yes. So that means we are here. And if we aren't, I'm going to be very cross. That took a long time. Okay, third round. So where are we now? No drama, no rib. Something. Okay, so we got the bank and a little convenience store. I'll believe that it is a convenience store before I believe it's a bank. Now, before I head onto that main road, though, Varteg Mandiri Jaya, that one. It's gonna be Hati. Okay. Yeah, so writing the same word twice emphasizes the word in Bahasa Indonesia, which would be the language. Ooh, let's see, what do we have here? I think Pensabutan might be the name. Haven't I seen that? Haven't I seen that name around? Pensabutan. I might have, but right now I'm drawing up a blank on that. Northwest, interesting direction. And this is the closest. Oh, all right, okay, busway. We got the Pertamina here, and that's an imposing building. Okay, let's see now if I can identify which highway this is, or main route through the city. Jalan Tol, New City, New Kelapa Gading. Let's see, I just want to try and figure out what the area is. It looks like we're in a sort of business area, like financial area or something. Possibly. Oh. And this is quite unusual for the Jakarta I remember. Like free-flowing traffic. Well, that is true if you could make your way out to the motorways. Getting around wasn't that bad. But, this kind of rings a bell. Are we getting close to the sea? I wonder. Because those high rises I seem to recall. Yeah, let's go on. Ulugatung, Tabang, Kabang, or whatever. Now here we got two highways crossing each other. And this one is going westwards. After. So could we... I guess it would cross... Oh. Okay, so... There's a green sign. I was getting that one. Let's see... Pengamis, Pengamen. There are many places we could be. But... the thing is, these buildings look so familiar. And that is the trouble. If I... Timpaka Mas. If I am tricking myself here into believing I know where this is. Latjend Suprapto. Let's see. Jalan Latjend Suprapto. Number 1, but that is probably a street going off to the side here. So Timpaka Mas, is that... Also Secretary Timpaka Mas. That must definitely be the name of the area. I'll write that one down as well. Timpaka Mas. Mas. Why does this place look so familiar? Why does this place look so familiar? Going west, and I wish I knew the destination, and I wish I knew the name of this road. Come on, give it to me. Let's swap lanes. This is a major, major, major road. Okay, so the Jalan Suprapto. We are heading slightly southwest. It's not this one. But come on, it's such a major road. Should be possible to figure it out. Here's the Suprapto. Okay, here we go. Finally. Is it Sempakamas? Okay, so here's the underpass we came through. So we have been here in the Raya Pantura. Now, did we come from like down here? There was a Pertamina, yeah. And was it the what was the name of the Varteg? Was it Mandiri Aya? Now let's see. It was no, not that way. This way. Come on. No, crikey, come on. Don't be like that. What was the name of the Varteg? Mandiri Jaya. Mandiri Aya, that's got to be the same. Let's have a look at the buildings here. Everything's misplaced. But this road here works very well. Let's see now. I think I saw something about the salon. That must be the Lydia. El and El Vanita. Ooh, this one is fraught with so much danger. Let's see now. Here I'm looking pretty straight north. I think that is that one. Meaning that that should be about here. Magenta Gold Food Home Cooking. But then there's also a road off to the side somewhere. Yeah, that's coming up over here. We're not that far. Which kind of makes me think that we're here instead. Let's see now. Because I'm looking pretty straight north. And if the salon... Yeah... Yeah, this could be that. I have to make this one right. So the salon is there. And we got a long building here. Yeah, that's now things are starting to fall into place. So yeah. Yes. We should be about here. This is mentally tough actually. Oh, the Rava Elok. Okay. GG Rava Elok. Okay. And pemerintah daerah provinsi DKI Jakarta Dinas Pendidikan SDN Balekambang. Maybe Balekambang. I'll write that one as well. Balekambang. Well, so far I haven't really had any use for the stuff I've been writing down, but oh, the Datuk Ibrahim. Okay. That's southwards. I want to go north. But yeah, I was actually fairly well on about remembering those high rises. Hang on. Oh, excuse me for that. Sometimes they just come completely out of the blue. Mursali. Foresta residence. That could be something that would do well to remember. But we're going to follow the Jack Linko. Okay, Linko. Jack is probably for Jakarta. The Linko. That could be important. Okay, learning center. Sakina. Ah, okay. Yeah, we are probably in Balakambang. On the Mungang. Okay, write that one as well. JL Mung. Next question is, have we seen Balamkambang here? Or Balakambang? Not yet. We got. Come on, Balakambang. Okay, no great success with that. I still need to find. Let's see. I just want to get this. Yeah, Balakambang is definitely the name of the district. And now, this is what we need. Okay. Balakambang. Okay. Then we go north and try to figure out which street we are on, or hopefully bump into a larger one, but we need the name of this one first. So, just so I can find my way. This is the Raya Condet, number 3. Okay, that should give us what we need to figure the way back here after we find a major road. I think I already said it before, but just imagine being a taxi driver in this place and try to remember the names. Well, now we're riding on a motorbike. No wonder. I didn't particularly want to go that way. Here we are. Let's see now. I don't remember any of those names. So we're just gonna ignore for now and just go on until we hit a major road. Because we will, eventually. Sililitan, how would I say it? No. I was thinking of the Tsilan duck that I've been seeing. Oh, wait a minute, didn't it say Pulukitsil on? Maybe I did a mistake in ignoring that sign. Let's see if we can find it again. It said... Great, have I just scuppered myself here? I might have. I think it said Pulukitsil on one of those signs that I went past. Oh well, more the fool me. But if it did say Pulukitsil, I might be fooling myself here. But for now, let's just keep an eye on that area. And we have probably moved into another area now. Let's see if we can find a name for that. I'm wondering if we're getting closer to the harbor or not. That would be cool if we could check out the old. And now we are no longer in Balakampang. Now we are in Ililitan or whatever it's called. Come on. Are we turning northeast? Are we turning east? Sort of the architecture is kind of reminding me of... Well, I won't be able to find any of that. But yeah, it's kind of reminding me of the architecture around the harbor. But here we got... Oh, this is more like it. Yeah. So that was the end of the conduct, I think. The Raya conduct. So let's now just find a name for this road. And then we are the Devi Sartika. It's not the largest road in the place, but Devi Sartika. Going northwest slightly. Oh. And would you believe it? I already forgot the name of it. Okay, Devi Sartika. This road is doing some funky There's this Kawang. And there's Sililitan. Okay. Where's Sililitan? Where's the Deva Sartika? Okay, so we're not on that one. This one is called Sililitan, quite far to the south. Is there a conduit? Ah, huh. And it's a Sartika. Okay, finally. Gotcha. Okay, so what we're looking for now is the Mungang onto the conduit. Here's the Mungang. Okay, and then we're looking for the Rava Elok. And I think here's the Elok. And there's the Datuk Ibrahim. That was the hilly one. Yes, here we are. Okay, but there is still one more to go. Oh my word. Hmm. Manakampang? Could that be it? Where do we go here? That is I think that's one of the tightest spots I've ever seen. Of course, in GeoGuessr, and this is was due to driving the motorbike, but no, let's hang on. Okay, so let's go west. I'll try to remember that. Okay. So down in the Balakambang area again. Okay, so when was that again? Oh, crikey. That was... man. Can I find the Conde Raya again? It's fairly far south, wasn't it? Well, not this far south, but... See, it was one on the... crikey, that... right, okay, here we go. It was over here somewhere. Yeah, here's the conduit. Okay, so Balakambang is somewhere in this area. We got the Almagfiro. Almagfiro. But of course, Balakambang can be large. So we need to find one of those major streets again. Let's just go north. Okay, Almagfiro. That's the road going in there. Okay. Um, so here is Rava Elok, but this is the Rava Elok one. Yeah, this is the Rava Elok one. Oh, are you kidding me? Is it Almagfiro? Okay, let's see now. Yeah, so right now we're here. So, how am I going to work my way back? Okay, back to start, and we went westwards. You can also go northwards here. Let's see. So westwards, and it's fairly crooked. I mean, we could possibly be there. Let's see. Let's have a look. And if I come around the corner there and there's an intersection. Let's see now. Look how tight this is. Should be an intersection here, and there is. Now, can I follow that road? I can. And now let's have a look at this corner. That looks... Let's see, and there shall now be another intersection up here. Yes, I got my spot. This is it. That is the tightest corners I've seen in GeoGuessr to date. And there we are. Huh. Woo, that was a chore and a half. That was every bit as hard as the episode out of Thailand that was in the last episode, and this, oof, ay. And then we got two locations so close to each other. That was, well, thank goodness for that. Otherwise, this would have been, yeah, I don't know what. So yeah, so every location is findable, at least in Jakarta. And ask me again when we get to the next Mongolian episode or something. And so yeah, well, can't be anything but happy with that. And did get to see some sites that at least reminded me, although those thingies I saw, yeah, they were up here. Well, maybe. Possibly. Anyways, so that is Jakarta played, and it goes off the list because I scored 25,000 points. Hurrah for that. And I'm still glad that you're with me here on a tiny dot in space, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode when it's up. Until then, bye-bye.